Nyalihó és esti fény mindenkinek. Itt a sokáig alvó klubja. És most sefek. Jó van, tényleg, Zsesi, aludj magam máskor. Na, szóval annyi, hogy kicsit nehézkesen ment az alvás históriája, miután tegnap este valami olyat tehettem, aminek következtében reggel 8 órakor fel kellett kelnem, és némi tejet kellett szolgáltatnom gyomromnak. Köszönjük, Légió! Szóval valami tejet kellett szolgáltatni a gyomromnak, hogy csöppet jobban legyen, meg némi reggelit, úgyhogy utána visszaaludtam, és közel 3 órát hozzátoltam az eleve 10 óra alvásomhoz, úgyhogy nagyon jól csinálom, ugye?
Shepard Commander, we have completed our analysis of the Reaper's data core.
Na ennyi. Mondtam a múltkor is, hogy nem érdemes fölvenni, mert egyből jöhetünk ide-vissza.
We were sent to the old machine to preserve the Geth's future. We are prepared to reveal how. The heretics have developed a weapon to use against Geth. You would call it a virus. It is stored on a data core provided by Sovereign. Over time, the virus will change us, make us conclude that worshipping the old machines is correct.
Szóval még a getek is valamilyen fajta indoctrination, az a súlykoláson esnek át, csak náluk egy program átírással ezt végbe lehet vinni. Ezek szerintem egészen fontosak, úgyhogy mindegyiket meg fogom kérdezni. Hallottkozás.
So why did you need to go to the Reaper corpse?
The heretics store the code in a quantum storage device Sovereign provided. To find and destroy the virus, we needed to understand its code and data storage structures.
So the virus would give all Geth the heretics' logic, and all Geth would then go to war with organics.
Yes, Geth believe all intelligent life should self-determinate. The heretics no longer share this belief. They judge that forcing an invalid conclusion on us is preferable to a continued schism.
I thought Geth couldn't be hacked or get viruses, at least for more than a few seconds.
Altered programs are restored from archives. New installations are deleted. This heretic weapon introduces a subtle operating error in our most basic runtimes, the equivalent of your nervous system. An equation with a result of 1.33382 returns as 1.33381. This changes the results of all higher processes. We will reach different conclusions.
Vagyis egyetlen egy számkülönbség véget most az attól függ, hogy a getet le kell lelőni, vagy nem. Ugye ennek semmi értelme, ez most megint egy olyan renegát beszélés lenne, én vagyok a nagy bunkó paraszt, aztán azt mondom, hogy ennek semmi értelme nincsen. Van értelme, csak hát nekünk embereknek nem sokat mond, a geteknek meg már annál inkább. Fertőzés gyorsasága.
We are networked via FTL-COM buoys. Most would change within a day. Isolated platforms would remain unaffected until they rejoin the network.
You know where this thing is?
The Heretics' headquarters station on the edge of the terminus. We will provide coordinates. Normandy's stealth systems are necessary to safely approach.
Haditerv ellenállás, azt tudjuk, hogy az ellenállásban getek lesznek, a terminusban milyen meglepő dolog, mert ugye nincsen ott a tanács, haditerv, meg kell.
What's the plan once we get aboard?
The Geth will disrupt their network, prevent the station's defenses from focusing on us. The Reaper data core is physically isolated from the network. We will need to be escorted to it to access and destroy the data.
És
I
ennyi.
won't let them brainwash your race, especially not to worship Reapers. You have my word on that.
We will begin preparations.
És hát igen. Ez jószor semmi, nem nekünk fog majd ez szólni, ez a cucc, hanem teljesen másnak. Úgyhogy megkaptuk lojalitását is, de hát most sok mindent nem tudok vele kezdeni. Most mivel tudom mi lesz, gondolkodom, hogy megyünk beszélgetésekre. Még egy gyors beszélgetés mindenkivel. Szamara, beszélgessünk. Jól áll a fekete ruci. Shepard.
Shepard,
I wanted to check in.
I am always happy to talk with you.
És egy-két dolgot
more about
megtudhatunk.
Asari Justicars.
We hold a unique place in Asari culture. Justicars are from another era. Young Asari grow up watching vids about our adventures. Pure fiction, of course. Some Asari are uncomfortable with us, but so few Justicars exist that most have never met one.
Hát igen. Igazságos. Na, ezek mind ilyen érdekes dolgok, amik hát a 3-ban is jól jöhetnek, meg amúgy is jó, hogyha többet tudunk meg a Mass Effect világáról.
Necessary to become one of us, and the training has a high casualty rate. It is a life of constant danger. Throughout the entire galaxy, there are only a handful of us at any time.
A kódex.
This code of the Justicar seems central to your life.
It is 5,000 sutras and covers every situation one can encounter. I have memorized every word. There is only the code.
Sometimes justice calls for mercy.
It does not exist to bring about spiritual enlightenment. Its purpose is to punish the wicked and protect the innocent.
The Asari I've spoken to seem conflicted about Justicars.
In this age, people see shades of gray everywhere. The code of the Justicar is black and white. I might seem a hero to many, but I would kill all of them if I had to.
What role do you think Justicars have in Asari society?
I would say that the closest human equivalent is a knight-errant in your medieval lore. Perhaps mixed with a bit of samurai.
Hát igen, ez érdekes lesz, úgyhogy ezt hagyom utoljára, csak hogy bírjátok ezt az egészet.
What does your code say about
Kicsit szenvedjetek ti is.
I am compelled to kill the wicked. If a Justicar is involved, peaceful solutions are long past.
You know about knights errant and samurai?
When I knew I must leave Asari space again, I studied the history and morals of new species. When I was a maiden wandering the galaxy, humans had not yet arrived.
What did your studies tell you about us?
You are more individualistic than any other species I have encountered. If 3 humans are in a room, there will be 6 opinions. I like your species. I am curious to see what you will do.
Does the code forbid romantic involvement?
It does not. However, I would never be interested in such. That part of my life is well behind me.
You could meet someone who reawakens those desires.
I am nearly 1,000 years old. I know myself and my desires. But your curiosity is quite welcome.
I should go.
Többet nem is tudnék meg.
I'm glad we spoke.
I'm glad we spoke. Persze. Szamarával már nem is igazán szabad többet beszélgetni, mert hát van rá lehetőség, hogy beleszeretünk, van rá lehetőség, csak az hát nem lesz jó vége, mert visszautasít.
Have a few minutes to talk?
Very well. I had been recording a message for Kolyat.
How are things going with him?
It is difficult. All things worth keeping are. I never explained. I suppose the story of my wife's death took you by surprise.
I figured you'd explain to me when you were ready.
I appreciate your patience. I kept my work clear of our home life. I assumed that would be enough to protect Erica. That memory I mentioned before. Laser dot trembles on the target's skull. The smell of spice on a spring wind. Sunset eyes defiant in the scope. That was Erica. That was how I met her. She saw my targeting laser as she walked by and threw herself in the way.
Kicsit furcsa, nem, hogy beáll egy célpont elé, és akkor úgy lesz a felesége.
From blocking your shot to having your children.
I had to meet her. The memory possessed and endowed me. I fell on my knees before her, begged her pardon. She introduced me to the world beyond my work. Eventually, she forgave me. Later, she loved me.
I guess she impressed you.
She woke me up. Her body trembles. Not fear. Indignation. Her mouth moves. How dare you? You and I trained to sacrifice ourselves to save others. How often does a civilian step in the way of a bullet to protect someone they've never met? I thought she was the goddess Hirashu. She met my eyes through the scope, and my purpose faltered.
When you talked to Kolyat, you said she died.
I let myself become complacent. I thought Erica and Kolyat were safe. I stayed away too long, and my enemies came for her.
Who came for her?
Batarians, a slaver ring that was preying on Hanar outer colonies. I'd killed their leaders. They paid the shadow broker to find out who I was. but they were afraid of me. So they went after her.
You told Colliet that you hunted her killers down.
Erica woke me up. When she passed, I returned to my battle sleep. My body hunted her killers, murdered them. I was taught to grant death quickly, cleanly, to minimize suffering. Them, I let them linger.
You were operating on instinct. By your own rules, you can't blame yourself.
But I made the choice to hunt them. They're the only lives I've ever taken of my own choice. The only deaths on my own conscience. I haven't spoken about my wife and I don't think I ever have. I didn't have anyone left to tell it to.
Hú, na te látjátok, na most itt kell vigyázni, az akarlaktén, a gondolj a fiadra, ennyi.
You're talking to your son again. That's huge. Don't lose sight of that by dwelling on should-have-beens.
You are correct, of course. Thank you for listening, Siha.
I think my translator just glitched. What did you call me?
Siha. Someday I'll tell you what it means.
Hát igen, látjátok, hogy sokat beszélgettem vele, de nem fog, ez nem szeretett, bár hasonlóképpen megy a románc lehetőség is, de ez még nem az. Ezekkel nem is, hát nem tudom, azért őket is meglátogatom. Bakához már nem érdemes lemenni, lejövök Jackhez. Mint a játék érzékelő, hogy kevés van már hátra, már más a beszélgetések is.
Tell me about you, Jack. What are you up to?
Still checking out your ship. Wouldn't mind putting her through her paces when you're not around.
I doubt Joker would appreciate that. At least not while we're working.
Relax. Joyriding doesn't have the thrill it used to. Besides, if I wanted it, I'd take it.
That's so...
I've been around. Ran with gangs, wiped out some gangs, joined a cult. Kept the haircut. I learned how to survive and not be a victim.
It's hard to imagine you in a cult. That usually involves a lot of rules.
I was looking for answers. Drugs and sex and going to a better place. A better place, right. It was all about money. They wanted to take a colony, shake the suckers down to fund their spread, and guess who was their ace in the hole? They were just like the rest. Didn't give one shit about me.
What'd you do when you found out?
What do you think?
You must have met
Hülye
some good
kérdés
people
volt
too.
szerintem, ennyi
You've seen where
szóval.
it came from. Everybody wants something, and because of that, everything is fair game. Murder, assault, kidnapping, drugs, stealing, arson, done it all. And that's the boring shit. Piracy, theft of military craft, destruction of a space station, and vandalism. That was a good one.
Mindegyikre van egy kis története. Pardon. Katonai műrállomás megsemmisítés. Szóval itt is van egy-két dolog, amit hozott
I'm surprised you
magával.
didn't mention vandalism in that bunch.
That's what the Hanar call it when you crash that space station I mentioned into one of their moons and make a new crater. They really liked that moon.
You
De
were a
köcsög.
pirate too.
Ties in with the kidnapping. If you hijack a passenger ship and don't kill everyone, anyway. Good lesson. Simpler to just kill them all.
A space station? You're pushing what I can believe.
Ain't saying it was easy. Not everything is spur of the moment. Sometimes you gotta work to give people what they deserve. Had some people I hung with for a while. Outlaw colony. Felt like they were like me. Guess that made us a nice target. Turians think they know something about a scorched earth response. Fuck 'em.
Military's a hard target. Bet that made you some friends.
Shouldn't have left the thing unlocked. Besides, parades are boring. I helped.
Do you ever wonder if you could have done things differently?
No,
Shouldn't you?
there's no reason I should be alive, but I am. You know why? Instinct. It's worked for me so far, and I'm not gonna change. Hey, Shepard. No one's ever asked me about this shit. It's strange to talk about. Thanks for asking.
Igen, csepet furcsán érzi magát a csaj. Ha még egyszer megkérdezném, akkor adjon egy kezd velém szeretni, úgyhogy többet nem is beszél bele, vagy vele. Ugye ezt már megjártam, ezért tudom. Natalie,
Shepard, what
what
can I do
for you?
Have you got time to talk?
Sure. Let me just Come on, you little bullshit! Oh, sorry. I've got a small fever and I'm taking it out on the poor drive core. Don't worry, it's nothing serious. Got sloppy while doing some suit repair.
You're sick? Do you need help or time to rest?
Really, it's not that bad. If a stray bit of bacteria could really kill us, we'd have all died by now. The fever should go away in a day or two. Don't worry,